Hey everyone, Brian from Bear Bull Traders, Wednesday, February 24th. More than halfway through a week here, and it has been a crazy week so far. Things really lit up this afternoon, of course, with GME and all the other squeeze play trades that we were trading in January and into February, and seems like they're back on the radar again. And we had a couple of really interesting days back to back here, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's just go over the charts, see where we are right now, see where we might be going next week. But Thursday is going to be entertaining for sure, no matter how you cut it. I think GameStop's up about 100% after hours here. So, yeah, here we go again. Anyway, let's start out with the transports. As I said on Friday, it looked like we had a really strong day, and we just carried through right into the following week here. So much for the concerns about interest rates and rising interest rates and inflation just washed away after these 2 days, forgotten about, and now we're back on track to go higher. Transport's really getting a little extended here. We're up 1.7% on the day. And again, big day. We were off the lows or the highs of the day, I should say. But, look at this candle here on Tuesday. Yeah, really sold off hard right at the open and then came right back up. That gave you a pretty good indication that we were going to go higher the next day. Today being, and like I said, everything's pretty getting a little bit overbought here. Doesn't mean it can't go higher, but that's just the way it is. And here we go again. The Treasury just still trending up here. I am expecting a little bit of a pullback here at some point. We are really overbought, and we're quite away from these moving averages extended. You can see what happens when we get really extended from the moving averages. We do tend to get pullbacks. Stocks move in waves, and so does the Treasury yield. So I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback. But again, trend is still from the bottom left to the lower or the upper right. The yield curve again flattening out here today. So again, maybe going to get a bit of a pullback. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow just blasted off today right to new highs. Not very far off high of the day here. Up 1.33%. Decent volume coming in on the last 3 days. And yeah, we're just powering higher. And this is where a lot of the strength is now with the Dows. I think I heard midday that Boeing, the move on Boeing, was adding at least 100 points to the Dow, just Boeing itself. IWM, again, not breaking out to new highs, but strong today. And looking like we may continue higher, little bit of a double bottom here on the RSI. Decent volume today. And MACD looks like it might be hooking back up again. Stochastics may be crossing. So yeah, look for more upside on the IWM, the small caps. The Qs, again, they've been hit the hardest. Usually they do struggle in a rising interest rate environment. And you can see here of all the indexes, we've had this one selling off the most, but looks like we have sort of put in a temporary bottom here. Question is, what's going to happen when we get back up to this 20 moving average? So because it is actually rolling over here. Stochastics turning back up. Decent volume today, but not as much as there was yesterday on the bit to the downside. So again, stochastics really down here. Same with MACD. So keep an eye on the Qs. I don't think that's necessarily where money's going to continue to flow for the rest of the week. And again, SPY up 1.14%. Coming back, maybe going to retest is retesting the highs that we put in right here about a week ago. Volume was pretty good today. Stochastics turning back up, MACD turning back up, so we'll probably come up and challenge this level tomorrow is what I'm guessing, and then we'll see if this is going to make a double top or if we're going to push higher. Again, trend is still to the upside. We did pull back here to the 50 and held again, pulled back to the 50 and held. So this is if we do get pullbacks, this is obviously a line that is worth watching for bounces. The dollar had an outside day today. You can see here we gapped up and hit this moving average and sold off, finished pretty close to the low of the day here. So dollar weakening up again. That should be good for commodities, should be good for the emerging markets, although the emerging markets indexes aren't doing that great. The VIX really got nailed today. You can see here, lost this 22 level, which was kind of acting as a bit of a resistance level. So we may be coming down here to 20 if we continue higher here. And the TLT really gapped down hard on the day. This is the price of the bonds yields, or this is the price of the treasuries, I should say. But you can see here we had strong reversal day, so opened on the low of the pretty much the low of the trading day and finished up near the high. So maybe this is the bounce that I'm anticipating is going to happen. Yields are going to pull back a bit here because they are getting pretty extended. Let us take a quick look at stocks I'm in right now. Some of the stocks I'm in right now. This is BCRX, been in this one for a while. It has had a nice run. Looks like it's coming back up here. This is this would be the high that it's trying to challenge again. So again, it still looks pretty decent for a continued move higher. It's talking about inflation and yeah, look at this. I mean, when you talk to people about the commodities, lumber, I was talking about the lumber to someone today. The price of lumber is up like astronomically. Same with a lot of the food commodities, and you can see this reflected in the agriculture fund. This has just been since I bought it back here. This has just been on a tear, and again, I think it's getting pretty extended here. You can see the RSI over 80 now, and all these stochastics and MACD just going parabolic. So might actually sell some of those just because it's getting really extended from the moving averages, and probably due for a bit of a pullback. Again, emerging markets not doing great. I mean, they were low on the day and they came back up, probably partly because of the weakness in the US dollar. But yeah, the indicators don't look that strong on it, so I'm going to have to reassess that. Ford had a nice breakout today. People know I'm long these long dated calls. They're otherwise called leaps. So I think they're 10 and they're looking better all the time here. Ford having a nice day today. IPOF just sort of hanging around. The banks still doing really well in this rising interest rate environment. I might shave a little bit off of this one tomorrow too, because maybe we're going to get a pullback in yields. But again, nice day today, good volume, nice breakout. New Skin is a new one I'm in. Kind of looked at this, double bottomed, and now is trying to get back up here. So I'm keeping an eye on it. Almost got to 52. This is an area where I would expect some resistance in this area, which is exactly where we're getting resistance. So I'll be looking maybe to take some off here if we get up to this level tomorrow, and then hold the rest. Vietnam, still another emerging market, just hanging on to now. Willow had a nice run up and now it pulled back, but I still am holding some, or holding lots actually. And the World Wrestling Federation, this is another one I got into. As again, it's I guess it's a recovery play if you want to call it that, and it's kind of lagged behind the other ones. But of course, you know they're going to be opening up arenas soon, and that's where I'm thinking this is a decent play. We had a real nice pullback here, and then we were just holding this 46 level, and that's sort of why I decided to get involved here, back in this date, and had a nice run up today here, and so I'll be looking maybe to take some off here around 50 if we get over 50 tomorrow. Probably take half of and let the rest run. And XME, I talked about that on the weekend as well, like the materials sector, and got long some of that, and we had a nice pop up on that one. So that was in the weekend swing trade video. So let's take a look at the squeezies here, and start it with AMC. A nice pop here today. I expect all these probably come up again tomorrow. Like volume coming in a bit. Again, these were kind of took off, lit up at the end of the day there. BlackBerry again popping up a little bit. I think it's up over 12 now in the aftermarket. Bed Bath and Beyond, watching that'll probably be up in the aftermarket. And of course, GameStop really ripped here today. And like I said, I think it got up to about 192 or $193, somewhere around there in the aftermarket. So watch for some more fireworks with that one. Not as much volume, but again, this kind of lit up towards the end of the day. I suspect we'll have lots of fireworks tomorrow. Space is another one to watch. And yeah. And finally, let's just a quick look at the sectors. Candles at a glance here. Of course, energy was the leader again today. Let's take a look at this one. Energy just continues to, actually, that's financials. Energy's over here. Energy's just continue to rip here. Same with financials, actually. And that's what I highlighted in over the last couple of swing trade videos. Stay involved in energy, stay involved in the XLF. I am involved in some energy with some Canadian stocks. And yeah, utilities still tending to drop in a rising interest rate environment. Materials, nice little move today. Industrials, big move today. Caterpillar's been up big. Boeing's up big. Yeah, technology did make a bit of a comeback, although it's not breaking out to all-time highs. It's still had this pretty significant pullback here. So anyway, that's it. So yeah, so money is rotating. Money is rotating out of those growth stocks like the technology sector, although it does seem to be coming back a little bit today and yesterday. And we're in the the industrials, the materials, um, anything to do with sort of recovery is looking pretty good. So I think we're going to have another interesting day. Obviously tomorrow, lots of fireworks with GME and maybe some other short squeeze plays. But yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. It's going to be interesting. So this is my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade, if you haven't checked it out before. And of course, as always, we will be in YouTube, live on YouTube at 8:30 in the morning for our pre-market show. If you want to check us out there, and then we'll be trading the market open at 9:30. Hope I'll see you there tomorrow morning, bright and early. And yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Have a great rest of the evening, everybody. Bye for now.